No Spurs player has gone through more work than him. It's his 51st game of the season for club and country today. It's 18 months since Newcastle were in the relegation zone, but they could be at the end of the day. Failure here, and a Fulham win at Aston Villa will take the tune into the bottom three. Playing the opposition and not the situation is essential. This message is now familiar, but reiterated out of continued necessity rather than habit. There's no room for racism. Easter weekend, traditionally a time of new beginnings, and how they crave one here on Tyneside, where the threat of the drop has moved from distant irrelevance to all-encompassing jeopardy. Their battlegrounds may be very different, but there's no lesser premium on the points for either Newcastle or Tottenham, both knowing success in the short-term imperative to shape their long-term prospects.
Afternoon, Jim. Hello, everyone. Yeah, it's going to be a massive game for both teams tonight in their prospective battles and everybody else around them. Tottenham, they're happy in their 4-4-2 formation. It gave them new direction against Aston Villa last time out. Newcastle, there's been some debate whether they'll start with 5 at the back.
As Vinicius finds Harry Kane very nearly as the ball was worked in. Dubravka was able to make the save, and just an early illustration of the nerves permeating round St James's Park. There's an excellent ball forward from Ritchie. Longstaff just unable to replicate it. Hugo Lloris able to make a comfortable save, with both goalkeepers having a touch of the ball inside the opening 60 seconds.
Both opportunities to cross and both falling short. Firstly for Tottenham, then for Newcastle, but an open start to the game.
Well, plenty of conjecture about exactly how Newcastle were going to line up, and it does seem to be pretty much a back 5 when they're not in possession, with Ritchie on the left and Murphy on the right-hand side of the back 5. Both of whom have hardly seen the light of day in the Newcastle first team in the recent past. Ritchie had a very well publicised fallout at the training ground with Steve Bruce, and this is his first start since then. And the second Premier League start of the year for Murphy. Now Joelinton, straight at Lloris. Good opportunity in the early stages for Newcastle's number 9.
It's indecisive from Sanchez. Just needs to get a firm header on it. Complete miscue off the head, and Joelinton managing to get his shot away, but never looked comfortable on his left foot there. Lloris, another handle of the ball for him.
Harry Kane chasing. St James's Park is on quite an appreciable slope. Newcastle defending the bottom end of the hill in the first half, meaning that a pass for the likes of Kane there always likely to run down the hill. This the chance at the other end. Joelinton getting the power but not the accuracy.
See what he's trying to do. Feel it into that far corner, but direction wasn't there, and when it's straight at Lloris, it's going to have to take something extra special to beat him.
Here's Ndombele. Shelby not deceived by the step over. Celso working his way to a more central position. Now Tanganga. Celso working wide for Sergio Reguilon, who has been struggling with a foot injury over the last couple of weeks, but fit to play today. And Spurs have a free kick in a decent position here for the foul on Lucas Moura.
It's Kraft going in, no real need to tackle from there. Moura going away from goal, just shepherded him away, got a sight of the ball, mistimed.
But Joe Rodon has made his way forward here and is standing in the back post area where he has a significant height advantage. Newcastle just shuffled things around, and Joelinton has come across to try and keep a weather eye on him now. Five targets for Lucas Moura, and it almost beat everybody and crept inside the far post.
That's a fantastic ball in by Lucas Moura. Defensive line dropping, and just Sanchez going across the near post. Doesn't need to get a touch, just causes confusion, and then It's pure luck that it misses everybody and goes through.
And 37 points has been enough to beat the drop in 8 of the last 9 seasons. The only side to be relegated with 37 points in that period was Newcastle. That was back in 2016, but seems to be a realistic target this time around. Some observers think that 35 will do. That means that the Geordies would be, say, 3 wins or maybe 2 wins and 3 draws away from beating the drop. Here's Mora. Good strong running from him. Not such a good tackle on him. The retreating Almiron protesting his innocence, but the assistant referee Ian Hussin was convinced it was a foul.
There's no real contact there. It's a soft free kick. Almiron making a tackle that he didn't need to make again, causing themselves problems here. Newcastle early on in the game.
Well, the last set piece caused obvious problems. What will Spurs be able to muster from here?
I think Lucas Moura will be doing well to get this off a certain Mr. Kane.
Harry Kane sizing it up. He scored twice here last season. Four-man wall. They're trying to block this effort as Kane strikes it straight into that quartet of Newcastle players. Loose ball breaking for Lo Celso. Cleverly worked back to him by Højbjerg. Mora then takes over, but Matt Ritchie's back there for Newcastle. Thomas ball forward. Turned around the corner by Gale, who can't get the return ball from Joelinton.
Good shuffling of the wall there for Newcastle. Themselves realising Harry Kane would be taking it and going on the outside of the wall. He's the bigger player, make a bigger barrier.
Kane with the long diagonal. An awkward one for Ritchie to defend. Loose ball breaking for Tanganga, who's got Longstaff making life difficult for him. And Ndombele. Just given a little shove there by Joelinton. Work back for Davinson Sanchez. Shelby mopping up. Lascelles able to turn the ball clear, and then Murphy has asked an awful lot of Almiron. Højbjerg back to cover, does so very easily. Has been an intense workload for Tottenham this season. This their 49th game in all competitions, which is more than any other side in any of Europe's top 5 leagues. Throw in internationals on top of that, and some of the players have had a really punishing timetable, none more so than Højbjerg. 51st appearance of the season for him today. Kane makes his way forward here, trying to commit the back line, and Dubravka at his near post, able to parry it away for the first corner of the day.
No chances taken from Dubravka, but this is clever. You're looking at Reguilon, maybe whipping it in, realises that no one's there, drops a ball into Kane. Once he goes wide, you're hoping as a defender he's out there, and as a goalkeeper, you stand at your near post, you can make a save.
Very busy round Dubravka as Mora flights it in. Tanganga that threw himself at it. A couple of dominant touches from Newcastle players to get it away, but Højbjerg will loop it back out towards Mora. Murphy, standing firm in the right back position, wins the free kick. Newcastle might not have a good record against Tottenham here recently, but they have taken 4 points off Spurs in the last 2 visits to London. And they have Alan Saint-Maximin to call upon at some stage today if necessary. It would be a real boon for Steve Bruce when he is back and fully fit enough for at least a place on the bench today. I also hope that this is going to be the last match that they're without Callum Wilson, who's returned to training after his hamstring injury, but he also has been sorely missed. Geordies simply haven't found a way to win without him. Just 3 points from the 8 games that Wilson has missed since he signed.
So Maximin coming back will be a boost. A player with a real X factor. That man desperately searching for the conundrum of scoring goals.
Spurs have endured a couple of frustrations of their own recently, but they have the best record in the division over the last 5 games, with a run of 4 wins that's seen them make ground on all of their rivals for a top 4 finish. Having been 9 points adrift of 4th at one stage, that gap was down to 3 coming into the weekend, and victory here will see them creep back the right side of the dotted line above Chelsea after their shot defeat at home to West Brom yesterday. Longstaff poking it away from Vinicius. Bravka's clearance falling straight onto there to Højbjerg. Lo Celso with a very clever and deft touch to get the better of Longstaff. Now Moran felt the push and made sure the officials realised it had happened.
Good pressing from Tottenham from the start. High energy. He'll be encouraged by the start that they've made. Looking to go forwards quickly. Højbjerg picking up a lot of the loose balls, just firing them into the front, just getting him up to Vinicius and Kane and playing from there, and a direct and fast start from Spurs.
Gale. Longstaff poking it back for Gale again, waiting for Ritchie to arrive outside him. Went back into the more congested central area and still nearly found Joelinton. An opportunity though for Ndombele to bring it away. Kane first to the loose ball in the midfield. This is neat and tidy from Tottenham. Lo Celso with Reguilon outside him, but back behind everybody initially. And Ndombele then tried to set up Kane. Newcastle defending mob-handedly, grateful to be able to get it away through Matt Ritchie. Kraft looking long. And Joelinton linking up well with Gale. Here's Joelinton again. Went to ground. And the referee waves him up. Back from Lascelles. Newcastle have done their bit to try and take the game to Spurs whenever they can. It hasn't been a conservative rearguard action, albeit that they've had the minority of possession so far.
We were wondering how they were going to set up, both in formation and in attitude. Actually, the back three centre-halves as they are, splitting and spreading and playing, trying to play out from the back, trying to play their football, leaving themselves open to the counter-attack, which Spurs have looked like exploiting at times.
Paul Dummett's free kick. All about the seconds as it came off Joelinton. Longstaff. Murphy giving chase, but Reguilon there first. Kraft, VAR deflection, and a Newcastle corner there first.
Talking about the opening this of Newcastle, it's one of the centre-halves coming forward, bombing on Kraft, and it's too easy from Ndombele, and Mora just shrugs them both off to get a shot away. And if you've got players coming through like that, you need to defend better, defend in numbers.
Lascelles has scored each of Newcastle's last 2 Premier League goals. Ball hitting deeper than him, and Spurs able to bring it away easily with Tanguy Ndombele. By Reguilon on Almiron.
Hear the cries from Almiron. Just making sure Craig Pawson knows that his contact's been made. Minimal as it was.
"15 minutes, though, from Newcastle United, in which they've shown purpose, a little bit of self-belief, and certainly more positive attributes than in their last game a fortnight ago at Brighton. This is Paul Dummett. Longstaff for Shelvey, who has been sent off in this fixture in the past. In from Murphy, heads going up for it. It's taken a Spurs touch. Now to play for a corner.
Might go with it. Unmarked in the penalty area. Getting the right side of Tanganga. He's on the recovery round and a real opportunity. It's a wonderful ball in. He just completely misjudges the ball, the flight of it.
So Matt Ritchie, away swinger, and the referee saw something he didn't think too much of inside that congested penalty area. Pushed by Sean Longstaff, the infringement spotted by Craig Pawson, who was the last referee to officiate a Newcastle home win. They've only had one victory here at St James's Park in nearly 4 months, which was a success against the Southampton side who'd been hit for 9 earlier that week. That day significant. It is the only time since early November that Wilson and Sir Maximin have been fit to start together. Roden very nearly didn't get enough on that. Well, it seemed to go down to slow motion for him for a moment with an awkward bounce, but he just got enough strength in the header to find his goalkeeper and not Jolinton.
He's grateful for the pace of Lloris off his line there. It's a tricky ball coming back towards your own goal, bouncing, no real pace on it. Got to get real energy on the ball and didn't.
A lovely pass from Ndombele to sweep away for Reguilon. Højbjerg came back for Ndombele. Shelby leaning into him, Lo Celso. This is Tanganga. Longstaff just standing firm. Lo Celso staying down for a moment. It's Matt Ritchie that can get it away. And Jolinton doing what he can to run the channels alongside Joe Roden. Not taking any chances there.
Tottenham backing themselves at the back defensively, allowing the 1v1s there. Rodon up against Jolinton there. Backing the defender not to make a mistake, just seeing it out. But 1v1s are always a dangerous scenario on the counter.
Ritchie. Crash sending you wide for Murphy. Oh, Murphy doing well. Good approach play this again by Newcastle. Shelvey and Gale. Good save on the follow-up. Hugo Lloris able to gather at the second attempt. Heads in hands on the Newcastle bench. A fantastic move. Hugo Lloris keeps a clean sheet intact.
I had a sighter earlier. It's a fantastic ball in from Shelvey. It's a great save. Athleticism of Lloris to get up, spring up from that initial save, using all of his strength and his power to get into that first save. Fortunate, it's off the post and back under his body, but he makes that luck with that spring, that athleticism to get off the ground.
One of those moments where it could easily have been tipped onto the post and then come back and hit the back of the goalkeeper and gone in for an own goal.
Happened to me in my career too many times.
Oh, I didn't like to say. An outstanding piece of goalkeeping, though, to deny Dwight Gale what would have been only his second goal of the season.
It's more again that was down that right-hand side that they weren't able to defend on, but get yourself set and that power into that initial save to get the ball out, to give him that time to get up. That's the key.
Hoybier. And Ndombele, some ball that for Kane. Vinicius trying to get in there. It was an outstanding piece of defending, although the offside flag was up.
Run. Fantastic ball, measured and weighted from Ndombele, just creeping offside. But down the side of those three centre-halves, that's the space where Kane and Vinicius will find the space. It's going to be so congested in the middle.
And 20 minutes in, I don't think too many people would have anticipated that Newcastle would have had the lion's share of the opportunities up to this point. Might get another one here, potentially. Davinson Sanchez nearly caught in possession by Joelinton.
A few times Sanchez has been caught out already in this game. Just needs to waken up a bit.
Spurs have done well to be able to manoeuvre themselves back into a position of relative strength in the chase for a top four finish. Buoyed by the results around them in what has been an extraordinarily topsy-turvy campaign for so many of the leading teams. They have to be able to make the most of situations like this. The side with top four aspirations would expect to be able to win against the side in the bottom four. Newcastle have given a good account of themselves so far, something they haven't always been able to do in 2021. This has been one of their best performances since the turn of the year so far.
Talk about that consistency. Tottenham in particular have shown what they can do this season, but Jose Mourinho's always played them down.
Shelvey. There's a shot that was going wide. Joe Rodon not to know that. Back from Kraft. Mora doing so well just to nip in and be able to work the ball clear. Lo Celso helping it round the corner. The referee allowed play to go on initially. Ended up not getting an advantage because it was an underhit ball towards Kane.
Pause and explaining, I'll play advantage, but it's not my fault if your teammates give it away.
Here's Lascelles. Gale doing well to nip in ahead of Rodon to win the initial ball. Joelinton works it wide. Murphy going on the outside and still going Murphy. Davinson Sanchez there to clear. Back from Kraft. Shelvey. Kraft again. Getting the ball in. Left-footed volley from Matt Ritchie taking an immediate deflection. And ricocheting to safety as far as Spurs are concerned. Ndombele, Kane, Vinicius, the flag has stayed down, it's Carlos Vinicius, slots the ball in and now the flag comes up.
Easy decision from the referee's assistant. Stepping offside. Well judged by Lascelles in the Newcastle defence.
And Carlos Vinicius has started 9 games for Spurs. He scored 10 goals. Had a a decent spell on loan from Benfica, netting his first Premier League goal last time out against Aston Villa in what was just his second league start. But this 4-4-2 formation suiting him, again a way of getting him into the team along with Harry Kane.
That run he made there is one that he's made many times in the games that he has played. It's just the willingness to go, to play on the shoulder and go, always proves a problem for opposition defences.
As the old adage goes, he's probably only got to get it right once. Reguilon. Here's Joe Rodon. Hasn't had that many starts in his first Premier League campaign after his move from Swansea. Vinicius struck him back between the lines, but Lascelles had followed him. Tanganga. Now Ndombele. Celso made an early run and had done well to get in between Dummett and Ritchie, but the pass wasn't forthcoming. Newcastle bring it away and win another free kick. Lucas Moura and Miguel Almiron involved in a good tussle over on that touchline. Referee just having a word there between Joelinton and Ndombele as well. Now the switch of play for Newcastle is off and on. Matt Ritchie, out of your view on this near touchline, has often got 20, 30 yards of space because Spurs are defending narrow. Work forward the other way instead, this time for Joelinton. There's the goal kick.
They're inviting the switch. Tottenham, they're allowing that switch to say, well, if you want to hit that 40, 50 yard ball, we back ourselves to shuffle over that 20 yards. But with the wing backs, and you've seen already the game plan from Newcastle, the joy that they've got from the crosses so far, arguably should be winning.
Now Ritchie trying to get in there, might break for Longstaff, intelligent ball, Joelinton! Newcastle United have the breakthrough. And Joelinton, who scored his first Newcastle goal to beat Tottenham Hotspur, has found the breakthrough against them again. Tangible reward for a much improved performance. Spurs only have themselves to blame.
Had the opportunities to clear, but it's a huge goal for Newcastle. It's a cool finish from a man who, in front of goal, has fluffed his line so many times this season. Just rolls it in the corner, but it all stems from the willingness to press from this left-hand side. You're just asking him, find that corner. Newcastle, huge goal for that man, under so much pressure.
Joelinton pointing the way. Only his second goal in 31 Premier League games here at St James's Park. His only previous one coming against Sheffield United in January last year. What a crucial moment that could prove to be. Increases the daylight between Newcastle and the three teams beneath them. Now it's all about hanging on. And Ndombele. Lo Celso in just away from Kane, who puts it in for 1-1. And they couldn't even hang on for 90 seconds. Harry Kane, arch predator at St James's Park, comes here and strikes on Tyneside again. And Steve Bruce's expression says it all.
They work so hard to get in front. That's good football from Tottenham. Just open up, and the run from the Celso. And there's a fortunate ricochet there, just tracking back, defend the goal. Newcastle track back, just want to defend the goal. The opportunity to put the foot through the ball was there for Kraft, decides not to. It's the simplest of finishes for Harry Kane.
A minute and 31 seconds between the two goals. And Newcastle have it all to do again. And Spurs, who haven't really been able to offer too much as an attacking force so far, immediately back on level terms, and in a hurry to get on with things here with Lo Celso's quickly taken free kick, but the referee just wants to make sure Ndombele's okay.
You work on in training when you do score. For the next 5 minutes, you do not concede whatever you do. Because mentally, just switch off for that fraction of a second. Yeah, Newcastle, who normally defend so tight, so narrow, you can see it there. All of a sudden, switch off.
Here's Lucas Moura. Vinicius trying to get in, pulls it back towards Lo Celso. It might yet break it. Doesn't quite for Tanganga. Longstaff helping it forward towards the Newcastle goal scorer, Joe Linton. And Joe Rodon able to cover. Well, you consider 5 minutes ago, the game was all square. Newcastle on the front foot asking the questions. Now, 5 minutes later, it's still all square, but it's Spurs that have the momentum, having got themselves back into the game immediately. And it's often the case that when there's a quick exchange of goals like that, the side that score the second one really have something tangible to build upon. Forward here from Kane, who scored with Tottenham's first attempt in more than 20 minutes.
It's just the case, I think. Talking about Davinson Sanchez waking up, the whole of the Tottenham team needed to wake up. And they did, and responded so quickly. And momentum so important within the context of football, and confidence to be on top, score a goal, and then have that taken away from you. A bitter blow for Newcastle.
Well, wide by Kane. Premier League's leading scorer with 18. And he's equalled the tally of 18 that he got last year now, up to 30 for club and country. That tally of 30, more than Newcastle have scored in the league between them. Here is Joe Linton. She sends it spinning wide, but Reguilon is there to pick it up. Kane has added creativity to his game too this season, which actually means that only Lewandowski and Messi have been involved in more goals in Europe's top 5 leagues. He could well end up being the first player this century to have the most goals and the most assists in the same Premier League season.
Real joy this season with his new role as dropping in.
And he's in again here, potentially. Kane across the face of goal, simply doesn't miss those. 2 goals in 4 minutes for Harry Kane, and Tottenham have come from behind to turn it around and lead by 2 goals to 1.
Well, they've come to life, Tottenham. Conceding a goal has woken them up. Spun this game on its head. And again, Ndombele finds that space so well. Kane holding his run, and on that angle, faced it so many times in training with England and in games. You know where he's putting it. There's very little you can do about it. Such is the power and the force that he gets in that strike. Dubravka looks like it goes under him, but it just flies by him.
Those are his moments. Few better than Harry Kane at capitalising on chances like that. 2 goals in just over 4 minutes for him. Scored twice here last season and has repeated the trick now. 7 in his last 6 games and up to 29 for the season in Tottenham colours in all competitions. And much again for Steve Bruce to ponder. Newcastle undoubtedly the better side up to the moment that Harry Kane equalised. They swiftly found themselves trailing.
Talked about the space down the side of this Newcastle back three, the 3 centre halves. To Tottenham, about half an hour to work it out. And those threaded balls down the side all of a sudden got so much joy from them.
Breathless period of the game. 3 goals in a 6-minute spell. Spurs with the advantage, and as things stand at the moment, with a place in the top 4. And possession surrendered in the midfield, and Shelvey can find Almiron. Newcastle looking for a riposte of their own here. The sliding challenge came from Roden, and it was very well timed.
Himself there, Rodon, good defending, knew that he had the legs on Almiron, knew that he could run with him, just bided his time to make the tackle. Mature defending for a young man.
Large to the back and a long throw inside the penalty area. Roden again there, just to poke it away. Mora getting it clear from Kraft. And Newcastle will do it all again. Here is Kraft. Good position, not a good delivery. Shelvey. Murphy. That was a good ball in, and more good defending. Potentially at some personal cost. And Roden sliding in, hurt himself in making a crucial intervention.
That's a good run from Dwight Gownie. You're thinking he's in. Just Rodon, last-ditch defending, realising that the space is in behind him. Just getting his studs caught in the ground. Twist of the ankle. But again, real threat from them wide positions for Newcastle.
Eric Dyer just going out to warm up as a precaution with Roden struggling. In comes the corner from Shelvey. And Lascelles turns it into the nearest defender and off corner number 4. Swept in this time by Ritchie. Off the top of Højbjerg's head. It's going to be Lascelles that will keep it alive here for Newcastle. Almiron. Murphy. Turn forward, Ritchie is in there battling. Out of play for a Newcastle throw. More sustained pressure as they need to get themselves back into the game. Shelvey. Ball laid back for Dummett, just allowed Spurs the opportunity to get out of their penalty area. Lucas Moura's clearance. Murphy bringing it forward. Couldn't get himself into a shooting position, but hand feed Longstaff. Shelvey, Almiron, Ritchie in space to his left-hand side. 3 targets for Matt Ritchie if he can get it across. Four from Dummett. Gale chasing, has been able to keep it in, but well played by Lloris. Well, this is the situation as things stand at the top at the moment, with Tottenham up to 4th, above Chelsea on goal difference after their defeat yesterday. Liverpool victorious yesterday, would be 2 points behind them, and West Ham could end the weekend in 4th if they win at Wolves. And Spurs there at the moment, and Newcastle still precariously placed. Fulham in action later today away at Aston Villa. Losing out. Højbjerg for Harry Kane. Away by Dummett. Joelinton has done really well, so too Gale, or at least he should have done. More accuracy on that pass would have got Almiron in. How Dwight Gale would wish he could take that one back.
They commit bodies forward, Tottenham, but they do leave themselves open. Talked about the 1v1s they're leaving. That was a 2v2. Just needed the run from Almiron. He was there, just needed the pass from Gale. It wasn't. Is a facet of Newcastle's game that hasn't always been prevalent, and has seldom been prevalent at times this season. And Joelinton able to hold it up, using his body weight very effectively to bring players into it, and having a third man run as well. Everything worked so effectively except for the quality of Dwight Gale's pass. They've been playing one up front so often this season, but now with Dwight Gale and Joelinton operating together up front, get that little bit of support, that little bit of help from your teammates, someone alongside you, bounce it off each other, allows the third man runs, and as you say, Jim, just needed the pass.
Roden. Poor pass from him, seized upon by Almiron, space in the midfield for Longstaff. First time ball inviting Murphy for Regions. Plenty of pace, but Murphy's there first. Back for Shelvey. Ritchie. Newcastle making a fist of it as they try and get themselves back into the status quo. Get themselves all square prior to half-time. Can't afford to lose possession in that kind of area. Imperative that Ritchie won it back. Almiron for Ritchie. And the play will stop, and the ball had been played. Almiron going down, holding his face.
Booking for Lo Celso. Off the ball collision. Just stepping across after, stopping the run going in behind. This is the opportunity. Almiron making the third man run. Just needed to be passed into his path. It was too far in front. Saying Joe Roden probably going to get it back across.
Murphy forward towards Lascelles. Over the top from Dummett, and another Newcastle free kick as we go into 2 minutes of stoppage time.
There's no need, is there, from Reguilón? No need to get that tight. Seconds away from half-time, inviting pressure on your own goal.
An in-swinger from Ritchie, or an away swinger from Shelby. Which will it be? 5 Newcastle players in the line on the edge of the penalty area. Almiron just behind them. Hit deep in towards the far post. He's finished just with a touch. Recycled by Longstaff. In from Almiron. Joelinton trying to make something happen. Longstaff. Going to take a touch off a Spurs player. Knows the verdict.
It's a good opportunity when they just recycle the ball. It's clever play from Joelinton, and he goes with his wrong foot, he goes with his right foot, he wants to. Longstaff, just a clever run and a clever prop forward, and I think there's a touch just before he strikes the ball, but you're hoping to work it across the face of goal there.
Ritchie nicking a few yards, taking the throws. A very intelligent header forward from Almiron. Joelinton playing it in. Roden clears. Finishers trying to make life difficult for Jamal Lascelles, but Kane couldn't get on the end of the loose pickings. And that will bring an entertaining first half to its conclusion. Newcastle United with a much improved performance over the opening half hour, particularly Joelinton getting them ahead. But a lead that lasted barely 90 seconds before Harry Kane scored. And in 4.5 minutes he scored again. Spurs turning it around. They haven't been at their best, but they have the advantage. At the break, it's Newcastle United 1, Tottenham 2.
Within 6 minutes at St James's Park in what is a hugely important game at both ends of the table, and it started so well for Newcastle. Joelinton putting his team 1-0 up, but Harry Kane's brace puts Tottenham ahead at the break.
The Premier League broadcast on Disney Plus Hotstar is brought to you by Oppo Reno 5 Pro 5G.
Any light can be a highlight with AI Highlight Video. Oppo Reno 5 Pro 5G. Live the infinite.
खबरें आ रही हैं कि चीन किसी भी समय युद्ध की घोषणा कर सकता है।
हिंदी चीनी तो भाई भाई है ना?
थे, अब बहुत ही जल्द बाय बाय होने वाले हैं। और ये जंग मैं अपने बॉयज के साथ खत्म करूंगा। आज अगर लद्दाख हाथ से गया तो वापस नहीं आएगा। आखिरी आदमी, आखिरी गोली।
1962 The War in the Hills, Disney Plus Hotstar VIP पर।
This is our home.
Then let's fight for it.
So what's our plan?
I have a plan.
We have everything under control.
माधव जी, आप ये केस क्यों लड़ रहे हैं?
अब तो उसने कन्फेस भी कर लिया। इट्स एन ओपन एंड शट केस।
तो आप ये भी जानते होंगे कि आपकी कितनी बदनामी होने वाली है।